What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Figma Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer Shinobu Kocho, and this is one that I've taken a while to get to, so let's go ahead and start off with the sexy packaging. Now, from what I know, this is usually what we get with the deluxe packaging for the Demon Slayer figures, but I don't think that this is a deluxe release. I think this is just a standard. I don't think there was any kind of deluxe version, but as you can see, most of the slip packaging is black. We've got an image of her right there. It says Max Factory Figma Demon Slayer right there, Shinobu Kocho at the bottom. Then up top, it just says Figma, same thing on the bottom. On this side right here, nothing much going on. And then when we take this bad boy out of here, this is where we get the good stuff. As you can see, we've got an image of her along the side, full body image, by the way. We've got another one right here on the front. It has this purple and gold theme, which is pretty much reminiscent of her color, which I like. We've got the window where we can see the figure, Figma 575, all the good stuff that comes with Demon Slayer. I love this image up top, same image on the bottom. On this side right here, we've got that signature smile of hers, and then of course on the back you got some poses you can get the figure into, as well as some of the accessories and a bunch of stuff at the bottom I cannot read. Now anyway, let's go ahead and bust this figure out of the packaging. Now, straight out of the package, for anyone wondering why I've taken so long to get to this review, it's because when it comes to Figma figures, at this point, I have to make sure that I am mentally prepared to be disappointed, even if it's a character that I'm really excited for, because it's no secret. If you guys have watched my last reviews, some of my Figmas have not been the greatest. In fact, they have been some of the most disappointing figures that I've added to my collection. And honestly, if Figma and BuzzMod weren't the only ones making Demon Slayer, I probably would not be collecting these, because they're both expensive and usually each and every one of them come with a ton of problems. But I am prepared for disappointment, but I always try to come into each and every one of my reviews with a bit of optimism, even if it's some company that I know at this point almost strongly dislike. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this figure, because so far it looks to be okay. And I definitely didn't want to start this review off with negativity, but to be honest with you guys, I mean it when I say I just have to be prepared to do Figma reviews. Now anyway, taking a look at the figure itself, as you guys can see, it doesn't look bad. They got the face, head sculpt, and pretty much the entirety of the body down perfect. It's pretty much the same thing you get with Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and anyone who shares this body. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys one problem right from the jump. The inside of her jacket is white, meaning that if these pants rub against it, it's going to cause paint rub. Now, this happened right out of the packaging, so that's a major disappointment. For a $90 figure, come on now, right out of the package? Like, I haven't even done that, man. Come on. That is not cool. Not cool at all. So, I don't know. And then here's another one. I just noticed this. Wow. We've got a scratch like right here, bro. What the heck? Come on, man. We've got a few, actually. It's like some little scrape marks along the white. And I don't know. I guess I should have expected this. With this type of plastic quality for this jacket, it's to be expected. But, I mean, if I did it, then I'd understand. Maybe if I dropped this figure, I'd be okay with, dang, okay, I made a mistake. I dropped it, won't do that anymore. But right out of the packaging, bro, you're not going to have to worry about this with characters like Tanjiro and Zenitsu, because they're not white. And so, of course, they will still scratch, but it's going to be a lot harder to notice because of the fact that they're colored. And with this being white, it's just everything that you do to this jacket is going to stick. And so that sucks. And I think I said hot because it's hot here in Texas. So yeah, we're going to go with that. But anyway, so far the paint elsewhere is clean. Again, the head sculpt looks really nice. They painted the eyes very well. It's very reminiscent to the art style that is Demon Slayer. The butterfly on the back of her head is painted nicely. Even the jacket is painted nice. It's just the issues that I have in terms of the scratches and scrapes on here. The body is painted nice. The clothing, Everything looks to be decent. Thankfully, I don't have any issues with the leg gauntlets. They're not really gauntlets, but the leg sleeves right here, these aren't too bad, and even the sandals are painted nicely. So I'd say detail-wise, it's not too bad. Again, it's pretty much what you would expect from a Figma Demon Slayer. Not too much about these are different, and so every figure, as long as they're wearing this same type of outfit and at least have somewhat of the same sculpt, is gonna feel about the same. And also, because I forgot to say this in the last section, but what is going to cause the most paint rub is this lower black sleeve right here rubbing up against the jacket. And so if you want to keep from that happening, try to keep the sleeves from touching the white. Otherwise, it's just inevitable, sad to say. Same thing with the pants here. Moving on to her height, to the top of her head, as you guys can see, she's literally right at about 4.5 inches. So she is not that tall at all, as she should be. She should be very, very tiny because she's the shortest character in the series. So I think that they got that part right. Articulation wise, this figure is going to do pretty much what you expect it to. In terms of looking up, she looks up about that much, but when you lift it, that neck is going to pop up. Actually, it goes a little bit further, not much though. She does look down only about that much, which also isn't much. She does get tilt, turn, twist, all that good stuff, but again, that neck joint is going to come up unless you push it down while you're moving the head, so be aware of that. Arms go up and out a very good amount, so that works fine. In terms of bringing them in, you just have to rotate. I cannot speak this review. I guess it's because the enthusiasm is not there. But you can bring the arms in about that much, so I don't know if you're going to be able to get those double sword slashing poses. I'm trying to force it. There is a butterfly joint in there, and that's very ironic when it comes to her. Let's see. You can actually, yeah, not too bad. You'll have to kind of wing it a little bit, but it does work. The butterfly joint is effective, so I'll give them props for that. Single jointed elbow with almost, actually no, we're just gonna say that's single jointed range. And one issue I have with my elbow is, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but this piece right here is splitting. So come on, Figma, we got to do better than that. We can't be having that issue. Then this piece right here pops off. I don't know what is up with that. It's like every Demon Slayer figure they release, there's a new problem. This has been on the older ones, but I've never seen it popping off. So I don't know what's up with that. There's really no reason for this piece to even rotate. Like, what is this for? I don't know, man. Figma kills me. Anyway, hands are on the typical hinge. Move around about as much as you can. Get them with a little bit of limitation based on the sleeve. At the torso, yeah, she moves around okay. It's not the best, but I mean, it's a smaller frame, so I'm not going to fault them for that too much. She does get waist turn and all that good stuff, so that works very well. But her crunching forward and backwards not going to work. When it goes backwards, you're going to see this horrible gap in there. Why that is there, I have no idea. That's weird. Whatever. Anyway, the jacket is on a hinge, so it does blow. I wish they would also figure out a better way to do this, because this could be executed so much better. Her sword is supposed to be on this little hinge right here that pegs into the belt. So I think that's what they did with Zenitsu, and that works. That's not a problem for me. I like that because you can actually move it around. They need to actually update Tanjiro and fix that. Anyway, legs are on a drop down method. As you guys can see, these things are loose already. Now, mind you, I just pulled this figure out of the packaging, man, and come on, bro. 90 bucks. 90 bucks, and this is what we're doing. Anyway, does have a thigh swivel, kicks forward that much, kicks back all the way. This figure's pissing me off. Double jointed legs, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. It's some kind of joint. It does rotate in there, and then the kneecap falls off. Oh man, bro. My cousin's gonna kill me for this one, but whatever. He likes Figma, by the way. But yeah, anyway, it bends about that much, and then you get another hinge right here at the edge or the start of the leg sleeve. Foot goes down about that much, up about that much, does have ankle rocker and toe hinge. So articulation wise, I'll give it a pass. Aesthetically, man, this figure is engineered like ass, bro. Who did this, man? Oh God, every single... Now this goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video. You guys fully understand what I mean. Anyway, let's put it back and take a look at the accessories. Now when it comes to accessories, you don't get much. You get her signature smiling face and a pair of wide open hands right out of the packaging. You get this one smiling, kind of looking off to the side face where it almost looks like her teeth are showing, and I'm not sure if that's what's going on here or it's just bad paint on the face. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the second option, but whatever. Anyway, she comes with a smiling face with her eyes closed also, and if you know Shinobu, then you know she does always smile, so this makes sense. Would have been cool if we got a teeth gritted face. If you know, you know, but we haven't got there in the anime yet, and so when that happens, it'll happen. In terms of hands, she comes with a hand with two fingers spread out, one pointing hand, a pair of relaxed hands. It's the same relaxed hands that we've been getting since the Attack on Titan figures, and that's not a bad thing. I'm just letting you guys know. She does come with a pair of sword holding hands and then a pair of fist hands, and so I love that they always have these on a little rack here, so that helps me show them off easier. She comes with her sword. This is the one that pegs onto her waist, and of course you can detach this piece right here for when she has the sword unsheathed. Then she does come with her sword itself, which is very, very thin. I feel like we should have got at least 2 or 3 of these, because this, if this figure falls over, this is breaking. This thing is just straight up going to break if it falls over. It is way too thin. And I said that about the Buzzmod version also. She does come with these 2 insect breathing effects. They are literally the exact same. This is probably the best part of the figure. I love how it goes from this purple color and then it starts to become very translucent. From the looks of it, it's the same sculpt, just in reverse on both. I love this a lot. And then she does come with 2 of these right here to peg them into the stand for whenever she is using her technique, her insect breathing, and you just plug it in there like so, and then you plug this bottom piece into the stand, and that's how that works. So overall, accessory wise, I mean, I guess it's enough. It's cool. We'll go with it. Now, when it comes to size comparisons, here she is standing next to some of the crew. We have her standing next to the Demon Slayer Figma Tanjiro, the Figma Zenitsu, and of course the Figma Nezuko. I'm pretty sure you guys can look at these and tell that they're not scaled accurately, but again, it's Figma. Here she is standing next to 2 Figmas that I have on deck as well. We have her standing next to the Figma Inosuke and the Figma Rengoku, which is probably so far the only one that hasn't been much of a disappointment since the release of Inosuke. Next up, here she is standing next to 2 Buzzmod figures. We have the Buzzmod Demon Slayer Akaza and the Buzzmod Demon Slayer Uzui Tengen, which these are probably the best 2 out of the Buzzmod line. So if you plan on picking these up, I'd say they're worth it. Just prepare for Akaza to have a few problems with parts falling off and the neck being too small. Now lastly, here she is standing next to 2 actual good Figma figures, because sometimes they can do it right, even though it's probably about 15% of the figures they drop. We have her standing next to the Figma My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia Deku. We have her standing next to the Figma Jujutsu Kaisen Greatness Honored One Satoru Gojo, and of course the SH Figuarts Power, an actual good female figure. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, this figure makes me sick to my stomach, man, and I'm going to tell you all the reasons why. Most of it is the same as the previous Demon Slayer figures. It's just mostly quality control issues, and you would think that being number 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever this figure is in the line, by this time, with as many times as they've reused the same molds, they're just scaling it up and down, they would have fixed these joint issues, man. Why are my legs loose? Why are the pieces falling apart? Like, what is the issue? Why are the hinges to the feet coming loose? I don't understand these same quality control issues that we are having with these figures. Like, for the person that just wants to get this and put it on their shelf, it's perfect for you. You could get it in a pose, leave it there, forget about it. But if you're like me and you like to pose around your figure and you don't want a ton of frustration, you might as well go ahead and leave this one alone, man, because this figure just is weird, man. The neck is extremely stiff. I've tried to oil it down. That doesn't do anything. You move it around, you can still barely get the head in poses. At the torso, she's barely mobile whatsoever. You can't really get her to do anything. Again, the clamp is like coming apart right here on the elbow joint. The legs flop around. It's weird, man. I don't know. And I know someone's gonna watch this video and be like, Ace, it's Figma, you just like to talk trash about Figma. No, I like to tell the truth about Figma. They've gone up in price, and that's literally it. The quality has not changed. Now, mind you, SHF has gone down in price and their quality has gone up. We're getting more accessories, better articulation, and better looking figures. The only thing Figma has ever been consistent about is making the figures look completely anime accurate. They look great, but everything else is pretty much trash. Sometimes the accessories are okay, but they're just not hitting the mark. And I know some people are going to say also, well, why are you buying it? I love Demon Slayer, and who else is making these? It's either buy these somewhat decent figures of Figma versions and hope that they're good, or spend $160 on a Buzz mod, and who knows? It's just, it's frustrating either way, man. I'm at the point I damn near just want to sell all of my Demon Slayer figures and hope for the best from SH Figure Arts. But I don't know, man. God, I don't know. This figure is, again, if you want to stand it on your shelf, it's for you. If you're someone who wants to pose it around, just expect it to be problematic, because Figma has just been consistently inconsistent with releases. So yeah, anyway, that's my review. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. Honestly, if you're a Figma person and you dislike this video, I don't care. It is what it is. I'm just trying to help you guys out by telling you my issues, and so if that's a problem for you, then yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, for the real ones here, go ahead, drop a subscription for your boy. Hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye. Leave this figure alone.